Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about airdrops as a way of earning your first cryptocurrency for free. So, what are airdrops? Do airdrops really exist? Is it possible to earn via an airdrop? Why do project owners administer airdrops? Is there any profit from doing so? So we're going to tackle you who is a Web3 user as long as you who is a prospective project owner. In the course of explaining what an airdrop is and the various avenues to or approaches to administering an airdrop, as well as the various avenues to earn an airdrop. So we'll be starting on CoinMarketCap because by now you're familiar with CoinMarketCap. It's an application that ranks a variety of cryptocurrencies according to their financial strength, starting with Bitcoin. Then there's Ethereum. In a previous video, we talked about how you can gather additional information about these cryptocurrencies besides their financial attributes. So that tells you that there may be information about airdrops on CoinMarketCap that you may not have explored. And is that really the case? The answer is yes. If you go to products here and you click on free airdrops, you will see some free airdrop campaigns, some ongoing currently and some from the past. Now, if you scroll down very quickly, considering that there is no ongoing airdrop at the moment, you'll see that there have been many airdrops in the past, all of which have ended. But in the first airdrop here, there were almost 1 million participants and 3,000 people were selected to earn 141,000 WMX, which is a cryptocurrency. And there are many of them that have been carried out and have ended. Now, if you click on this, you will gain insight into the project that administered this airdrop. Typically, projects administer airdrops at the very outset of their inception. So as a way of introducing their upcoming project to the public, they administer an airdrop campaign. But there are scenarios where a project is already in existence and administers an airdrop. At times, to remind people of their existence, again, there are a variety of reasons why a project may administer an airdrop. At this stage, let me say that indeed, an airdrop is a feasible way of earning thousands, in some cases hundreds of thousands of cryptocurrencies. So anytime you see promise of being able to earn free cryptocurrency, don't be turned off by it. Because again, the crypto space is different from the monetary system of things. While the monetary system of things, it's hard to find freebies. In crypto, it does exist and continuously exists. So indeed, you can find airdrops every day. And there are some people whose focus is on airdrops solely, and they have been capable of earning cryptocurrency. In fact, in recent times, certain users who were able to capture all the recent airdrops within the duration of a few months have earned up to $200,000 for free. I've also earned multiple airdrops in the past few months. In recent times, there has been airdrops from a project called Aptos. Aptos is a new blockchain project, and it was able to deliver around $210 million worth of airdrop shared among some 200,000 people. There was another airdrop in recent time as well from a project called Arbitrum. It's also a blockchain, and it was able to distribute around an airdrop to around 600,000 people. Some people earned as much as 10,000, some people slightly lower. So there is a variation in the amounts that you are capable of earning from an airdrop. Why is that the case? Because different projects have different eligibility criteria in the way they distribute an airdrop. For example, in the case of Arbitrum, they distributed an airdrop to early participants of their blockchain. So they had a phase before the token launched where they tracked activities of individuals who tested out their blockchain. When you create a new blockchain, you want to stress test it to ensure that it can handle adoption. So they incentivized early participants of their blockchain who participated in this stress test phase, and by virtue of their level of participation, they had an airdrop basically proportional to their level of participation. So if you had, let's say, 100 transactions on the Arbitrum blockchain, you may have a large size airdrop compared to those who had 10 transactions. Okay, in the case of Aptos, however, they had a different eligibility criteria. Even though you may have tested the Aptos blockchain over the course of time with, say, 100 transactions, the eligibility criteria was to have minted a particular NFT. So it was a sole action that they picked up and used that as the eligibility criteria for distributing Aptos. In the case of Aptos, people got an equal amount of tokens. In the case of Arbitrum, it was a varying amount proportional to your level of participation. So this establishes that different projects have different mechanisms for distributing an airdrop. It also brings you to a salient aspect of the airdrop, which is as a means to distribute a token. So an airdrop in reality is a means to distribute a token. So some people approach token distribution by selling the token in a bid to raise funding. So before the token launches, they put it up for sale at a fixed price. They are able to raise money to bootstrap their project. Then they distribute the tokens to contributors. That may be regarded to as a pre-sale. An airdrop, however, is like giving the tokens away for free, but in exchange they get participation. So a project owner may use an airdrop as a means of incentivizing participation, but also as a means of putting the tokens in the hands of relevant people. So people generally don't want to distribute project owners don't want to distribute their tokens to people that are likely to devalue the token once it launches, by selling it indiscriminately without value. So they want to put it in the hands of people that are vested in the project. And to that effect, they may apply an airdrop distribution mechanism. Another reason that people may want to distribute a token via an airdrop is decentralization. So we talked about in a previous video that the nature of crypto is decentralized, meaning that there is no centralized entity in charge of the blockchain and its data. No one can censor activities, transactions on the blockchain, and that is the nature of cryptocurrency itself. Even though it's a reward mechanism, it tends towards decentralization. So a project owner may want to spread his token far-reachingly so that not only a few people have a monopoly of the supply. So they may want to distribute it as far-reachingly as possible so that the governance associated with the token is widespread. Now, we've not talked about cryptocurrency and some of its utility. One core utility of cryptocurrency and a reason for its existence is governance. So it puts governance capabilities in your hands. So let's say I have the token Aptos and someone else has the token Aptos, and let's say 100 people have the token Aptos, and then Aptos decides to allow for participation in governance by the public holders of the token. Then by virtue of my allocation size, I can vote in a decision making same as the next person and the next person, having a say in the iteration and evolution of the Aptos blockchain. So some project owners may have that in mind in the way they administer an airdrop or the eligibility criteria that they formulate for the distribution of the airdrop. They may have decentralization in mind. wanting to put power in the hands of as many people as possible, as opposed to the hands of a few. So what are we trying to establish so far? What we are trying to establish so far is that an airdrop as a means to earn cryptocurrency is feasible. And when you see promise of an airdrop, it's not too good to be true. It's possibly true. Now, of course, you have to be wary of scam efforts. So there are also some people that will administer an airdrop for the sole purpose of scamming you. That's where this video comes in handy, and your understanding of the different mechanisms for distributing an airdrop, the underlying reason why a project may distribute an airdrop, such that when you see a project that just wants to distribute an airdrop indiscriminately, you become wary. Without much effort on your part, you should become wary to ensure that it's not a scam. Now, I don't want to go so in depth into this so that it's not so complex for you who is just finding out about the Web3 space and the existence of airdrops. So I'll keep these 3 pointers as is, and let's go to other aspects of an airdrop. So how do you find airdrops that are of value, that are not scam in nature? I've shown you one way of going about it. One, of course, is CoinMarketCap, but currently there are no free airdrop activities. But you will notice here there is also a learn to earn category. So this is also a form of airdrop, but it requires you undertaking some learning, and that determines your allocation size, amongst other things. This can be referred to as an airdrop, but with your participation, it has to do with learning. So by watching a few videos about DeFi chain, you have the ability of earning DFI. Typically, it's a fixed amount that you earn. Just a moment. Now, there's this. Like we have established different projects have their own eligibility criteria, their own determination of what should constitute participation. Now, on that basis, we are quickly told that another way of finding airdrops is by looking for new projects, early stage projects that are in existence, are Web3 projects, but they don't have a token. Then, to begin participating or testing them out early on in a bid to get an airdrop. So I'll give you an example in that category. There are so many of them. But a new blockchain project similar to Aptos and similar to Arbitrum that has not launched yet and is currently in testnet phase is Say Network. And in their case, they've organized the list of activities to carry out to be eligible for their airdrop whenever they launch in the near future. So if you look here, we'll wait for the page to load. You'll see a bunch of activities that you will need to carry out before this timer elapses to be eligible for their airdrop. Now, the more activities you carry out, the larger the size of your airdrop. So, now that you know that early stage projects are potential airdrop distributors, then you have to use Google search. Apply yourself as much as possible to a variety of search queries, and you can go directly like this and say early stage. Just a moment. So you may want to go like that, and be wary of the resources that you use. Make sure they are renowned resources and do additional due diligence. So here is mention of other blockchains that are likely to have an airdrop, such as ZK Sync. So you may want to start looking for ZK Sync and interacting with it as in-depthly as possible. There's also Starknet, Airdrop, Coin Network. It does take some work, and many times there is no direct promise of an airdrop. You have to carry out your participation without an incentive, only with the prospect of an airdrop. Some projects are blatant, however, that they will give an airdrop and then relay the number of activities, the activities that you need to do to attain their airdrop, such as Say. But that's not the case with many other projects, such as Aptos, Arbitrum, it was never known the exact eligibility criteria. So for participants who earned that airdrop, they did it without incentive. So that gives you a certain mindset when approaching airdrops. Not in every case must there be an airdrop for you to test a new early stage project. You should have a contributory mindset as well in your approach to sourcing airdrops. Now, of course, there are social media platforms where you can find airdrops such as Telegram, Twitter, even Facebook, but you have to be wary in how you approach them because, of course, there are many projects that pose themselves as airdrop administrators in a bid to scam. So let's end it here. If you have questions and want to reach the host, make sure you check the description for avenues to do so, and feel free to make your inquiries. Stay awesome. Get to earning your first cryptocurrency for free via an airdrop.